and helping to prevent from the crooks and crumb bums and bad guys from stealing it, Guard Your ID is the perfect little gift. This is a set of 3 of their largest rollers, their most popular designs. These were made for QVC, and at $19.98, we've got colors, and we have a buy more, save more. But let's start with the technology itself and the reason why this is so significantly important. I want to introduce you to Diana Seastead. She's been with us now for almost 15 years.
Yes.
How you doing?
Hey, great. Thanks.
You're a busy mommy.
Yes.
You know what it's like. You go to the mailbox, you get your mail, you bring it back, you look at it. Even that junk mail that you have no intention of even opening has information on it or in it.
That's right.
That could present information to a thief.
Absolutely. They call them dumpster divers for a reason. There are people that actually go through your trash and recycle bin. They kind of look at it like a puzzle.
Right.
They're looking for a piece of information maybe on a medical form. They're looking for your name and addresses on absolutely everything, the junk mail and everything. Maybe it's a credit card application. So it's so very important to cover up that information before you dispose of it. And with a simple swipe of the roller stamp, you can cover up very personal, very private information like
You can't put that through a shredder.
Exactly. And even just on paper, which you could, but this is so simple and easy and quiet to do. This prescription receipt has a name, address, phone number, medication, doctor, medical information, and a date of birth.
That alone is enough.
Exactly.
What happens with identity theft, and it is, again, many people saying the fastest area of growth in crime in the United States is someone is building a profile of you. All they need to do is to make that profile realistic enough to convince a bank that they are someone they are not. People get car loans in other people's names.
And you can do all that online too. So that's not like they have to go in and pretend they're you. They can just pretend online. So, you know, it's really important. I mean, your spending habits are on your bank statements, your name, your address, account number, all key pieces of information. And look how simple this is. And I want to show you what makes Guard Your ID so unique. So you're not just like scratching it out with a pen or a marker. These are all the characters that are on this stamp surface. It's a self-inking roller stamp, super easy to use, but you can see these are kind of scrambled. So when you lay this on top of your personal information, it basically scrambles it so no one can read it.
But it works, by the way, on the front, or if you flip it over, it works through the other side as well.
And it works on matte.
Completely obscures.
It works on matte paper and glossy. So all those catalogs you're getting right now and magazines and things, you can get rid of the address on that as well.
Did you get a lot more catalogs this year than normal?
I'm getting tons. Probably like 6 or 7 a day.
I don't know how my postal worker doesn't have a hernia.
Yes, it's a lot. And you know, maybe somebody has a shredder, but this is something that everybody can use because we're getting lots of boxes and bubble mailers and things this time of year as well that you couldn't throw in a shredder. So look how simple.
Now, we have colors. In fact, let me run through those. We've got a really high-tech green. We've got navy blue, and the navy blue, by the way, is the most popular and the most limited at this particular point. I know we have a lot of purple gals out there. And then we've also got a turquoise. One of our colors is already sold out. If sold separately, these could sell for $13.24 just for one. That's what the manufacturer usually charges. So added it up, it's almost 40 bucks, $39.72. We're at $19.98. And because they're individually gift boxed, if you want, you've got 3 gifts, 3 stocking stuffers, 3 different things to present, and just one of these rollers lasts a long time.
They do. Each one's going to last about 1,000 2-inch swipes. And really, it's a gift that you know that who you're giving it to, anybody can use it, whether they're 18, 20, out on their own for the first time.
Or my dad, who is in his 90s.
Yes, exactly, because everybody gets mail, everybody's paying bills, everybody has information that is personal that needs to be covered up before they dispose of it. It's a great habit. Like maybe you have grandchildren or kids that are in their early 20s. They probably don't have a shredder. They really need to get into the habit of doing something like this because, you know, it's so important, their credit.
Yes. People work so hard for their credit right now.
Yes.
And it is easier than ever before for somebody to steal that from you. I've been a victim of it. I'll tell you what, it is the biggest pain in the backside to have to convince your bank that, no, I didn't do that.
Right.
Or to try to convince the credit reporting agencies that that purchase was never made.
Right.
And it's happening more and more often. By the way, it's also happening to children.
Yes.
Because all they're looking for is an identity. So, you know, that release form that you sent back to the teacher
Right.
for the school field trip.
Yes, and all the sports and things.
Yes, you've got to protect yourself. And if we don't teach our children to do this,
Right.
you know, my daughter has master's degrees, but there was nothing in high school or college that ever taught her how to, you know, balance a checkbook.
Right.
If that makes any sense at
Right.
all.
Exactly.
So this is something that you should sit down and work with them on.
It's true.
It's medical
Information.
forms.
That's one of the other facets of identity theft. Not only, you know, they can steal, you know, do things to your financial house, but they can steal information from you and then get medical services in your name under your, you know, your medical number, your medical ID number. So that is something, you know, also we have to be aware of. And, you know, I was telling you before, I think my neighbor had her identity stolen. And not only I didn't realize this happened, but it was stolen and it was sold like
Over
three
and over and over again.
times.
Yep.
And she ended up with a 10-page criminal record. None of it was her. She had to go prove herself by getting
And how do you
fingerprinted and
prove
everything.
that how do you prove you didn't do something that you didn't know happened?
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Right.
We've had
Yeah,
over
you never find out
1,000
until it's
orders
too
this
late.
morning.
I always come in and Bogart
Yes.
here because, and you know
Glad
this
you
as
do.
well. I do. I'm like, let me get in here and tell about my product that I
That's
love.
right.
One of the first products I purchased for a girlfriend of mine who was concerned about her medical information being stolen,
Right.
and she could use it on the rollie, but also because
Right.
my bank account was drained in what they think is electronic pickpocketing. I'm hypersensitive to financial houses being put in vulnerable positions or your identity, which I think if we were say, do you know somebody who had their identity stolen? Raise
You'll
your
know
hand.
somebody.
Right.
We all would raise our
Everybody
hand.
does.
I agree.
So I love this. I just
I'll tell
wanted
you
to
what,
say that.
Thank
and
you.
It took over 6 months for my wife and I to establish that our credit was good credit.
Right.
Because of something as simple as someone putting an identity together. And I'm sorry, we live in a day and an age where the thieves are smarter than ever before. Get a darn job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. They could be doing some good somewhere, I'm sure.
But they don't. We're going to go off and say hello to Dina. I hope it's pronounced Dina, not Dana. In North Carolina. Did I get that correct?
You did.
Wonderful.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Great.
You? So are you thinking about gift ideas?
Well, kinda. I think that's 2 sets, so I'll give one, keep one.
Okay, good.
Good idea.
Yeah, and just every time the bills come in, you take a look at it, it takes just a few seconds, and it just is one more preventative step. And most thieves, most crooks are looking for the easiest way out. So when they see,
Exactly.
they see stuff like that, they just move on.
Exactly.
They won't even bother doing the rest of the dumpster dive, and that's what we
Right.
want. So
Exactly. I was looking the other day, a couple weeks ago, as I was going through my letters, and I was like, well, there's not really a lot of information on this piece of mail. And then I was looking at the next piece of mail, and I was like, well, if I put this piece in the garbage and this piece in the garbage, if a thief comes through, collectively, they have about everything they need if they put 2 or 3 pieces of mail together with me with the information that they have. So I was excited to see this come back on this morning.
And Dina, that's
Great.
exactly what they do. Now, this is the crazy thing. When you put your trash bag or your trash can at the curb, it's public domain. There's nothing illegal for somebody coming by and taking your trash. What they do with it could certainly be illegal. But what you mentioned, it's not one individual piece of mail that gets you into trouble. It's the accumulation and the cumulative knowledge of all the things that are thrown in the trash at once.
Right.
Do you have a credit card that ever sends you these blank checks?
Oh, I hate that.
So do I. Diana and I were talking. I wasn't joking. I have a dog. He has since passed away.
Right.
A dog that received a credit card from a bank that thought it was an individual. And my darn dog had a higher credit limit than I did. He's got no pockets. But those checks have your bank account on them, have your name, have your address, and all you have to do is write the amount, and it becomes like cash on your credit card. But that alone, to an identity thief, man, that's
gold for them.
that's the gates to the keys to the gate.
Yep.
So
So dangerous. Well, thank you guys for having this on.
Thank
we're
you.
proud to have it on. And Dina, use it and as a gift idea that says you really care about the person you're giving it to.
Oh, well, thank you. I will do so.
Merry Christmas
Thank
to you.
you.
A little
Happy
early.
holidays.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Got to tell you, the navy blue, again, very, very popular. We started with close to 1,500, and there's about 500 remaining. We have the turquoise, we've got the purple. This is the biggest set in terms of the large rollers. 3 of them for a price of $19.98 instead of the price of almost $40, which is what the retail value would be. Diana, thank you.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to have you on
Great
the air.
to be here.
Rachel is standing by. You going to show us the today's special value?
Yes, I want you to take a look at your boots.